إنني أنا الله لا إله إلا أنا فاعبدني وأقم الصلاة لذكري. Musa alayhi salam had many conversations directly with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At that first encounter, in that first conversation, one of the first things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands Musa to do is to establish salah for the remembrance of Allah. At the very beginning, Allah makes it very clear that the way you maintain this link with Him is through establishing salah. And there is mention of dhikr and of remembrance. We find a few verses later in Surah Taha, when Musa asks to have his chest expanded and the knot in his tongue untied and to have the support and assistance of his brother, he says to Allah, كَيْ نُسَبِّحَكَ كَثِيرًا وَنَذْكُرَكَ كَثِيرًا. He says, so we can glorify you, O Allah, so we can do tasbih, to proclaim how perfect you are, O Allah, and how free you are of imperfection, and to perform dhikr, to remember you, O Allah. And that is essentially what salah is. It is one of the best forms of dhikr. And remembrance of Allah is one of the best things that we could do with our tongues and with our heart and with our time. We also find that Musa is constantly in dua. As he transitions from one situation to another, from one phase of life to another, from one experience to another, we find that he keeps pausing and making dua to Allah. And so when that encounter happened and a man lost his life in Egypt, immediately Musa turns to Allah and makes dua. When Musa has to flee Egypt and save his own life, we find him making dua. When Musa comes to the place of Midian and he encounters a place where two women are not being treated appropriately, and he goes to their aid and their assistance, after fulfilling that good deed, he then turns to dua. When Musa is given prophethood and revelation, and he's given a mission and objective, we find that he is making dua. When he finds himself in front of the sorcerers, we find him making dua. When Musa is with Bani Israel going through different sets of challenges and in a lot of frustration, we find him making dua all the way up until his last moments. We constantly see Musa alayhi salam making dua and having a conversation with Allah.